ones, and then after I finish this one's like 13 or 14. I'll probably start on the first Detroit list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And then I'm going to try and talk to DT. I may try and get my walks in tomorrow.
You got, how many walks you got?
There's 4 streets that need to be walked, so.
Okay.
I didn't call them yesterday because I don't want them to try and schedule it when there's still snow on the ground, because last time it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, what, are they all in Lawndale area?
There's 2 on Navy right there, 1 on Springwells, and then there's another one that came in. We were laid off. That's like Livernois and 6 Mile or something. So that one's a little ways away, but
yeah, it's on Livernois.
It's off of Livernois. It's like Prairie or something. It's just 1 street.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But that one, I'm sure I'm probably gonna be walking with. I'd imagine Steve and Phil or one of them.
Yeah.
So the other 3 should be with Mike Brown.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna start on these Hamtramck ones. I already got them all routed out. So see where I get these.
Did you routed them out?
Well, I did. I tried using that link that they gave for the map.
Not good.
I mean, it's all right, but now that I look at it, it's like I have them routed in, like they had all those in there, and then but now I'm looking at the directions trying to pull up the first job, and it's got just the coordinates.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering if when Shaq did it, I was wondering if it was any different, because I don't think she'd ever done it before.
I mean, it's not great. It's a little foobard.
Okay.
But,
yeah, I'm not even going to bother. I'll map them out myself.
Yeah, so.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, man.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, later.
See ya.
Looking up old Playboys.
So anyway, I was just curious. 248-539-9797. Strange celebrity pairings, and when you heard about them, you said, wow, what did they have? And then Sarah Palin, as we found out a few years ago, that when she was a sports reporter at a station in Alaska, when she was covering the Great Alaska Shootout, when Michigan was there, she hooked up with Glenn Rice when he was a student. Which to me was actually more bizarre than this. Although she was such a, former governor.
No. And the thing about Ron, right, is he played without the helmet too.
Oh yeah.
He's still a good-looking guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah. The Rangers had a lot of those. Don Murdoch, another guy who used to play for the Red Wings too. Yeah.
Odd couples.
Well, there's I don't know if we talked about this a few weeks ago. I don't know if Mike Zimmer and his wife count, but she's not famous.
That's not his wife. That's just his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yes, they're dating.
Right.
Yes.
Belichick and his.
Yes, longtime girlfriend.
Right. Here's the one that is going on right now that I can figure out because it's very famous. But this whole Kim Kardashian, Davidson.
Right. That's the one I was going to say. Is Kim Kardashian, right? We hear about and we know about all of her businesses.
Yes.
And the fact that she's now past the baby bar and she's trying to become an attorney, and Pete Davidson doesn't seem to be any of those things.
No, he's a funny guy.
Right.
Up until recently, he was still living in his mom's house in Staten Island.
Right, yeah. I don't know. It's just it's one of those kind of just a head scratcher.
Yeah.
Like Zimmer, head scratcher.
I was looking up a couple of these. Chelsea Handler and 50 Cent were a thing.
Wow.
And then this one just blows my mind. Cher and Tom Cruise.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw something about that. And, I mean, you're talking about, like, okay, how tall is Cher, right? I mean, she seems like a taller lady.
And so they had a fling in the 80s. In 2013, Cher told Andy Cohen that Tom was one of her top 5 favorite lovers ever.
Wow.
Top 5.
Not sure if Bono's higher.
Pretty impressive. Sonny, yeah. I'm going to edit my joke. All right, let's go to...
That's about his last name.
No. I'm just gonna, and I'm sure I could say it, but Rob and Brighton here, 97 on the thing.
Hey, good morning, Mike. And good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning.
Good.
So, John, I kind of wanted to piggyback off of what you just said. Pete Davidson, I don't know, he's obviously a really funny and very talented comedian. He's got to be, blessed, below the waist. Because he not only Kim Kardashian, John, Kate Beckinsale, he was engaged to Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Right.
And he also dated Cindy Crawford's daughter.
Wow.
Wow. I mean,
So, when guys like Pete Davidson get guys like me and, Ned Stoney, of course, and Wes and Cindy, I mean, we obviously have a sense of humor. We aren't the most beautiful people in the world, but
Right.
how he keeps landing these, A-list, gorgeous women is beyond me. It always blows my mind to see, Kate Beckinsale and Kim Kardashian and all these gorgeous-looking women, it blows my mind. So.
yeah. It lends credence to the carry a joke book around in your back pocket.
Yeah.
Be a fun
Or
guy.
whatever you have in your front pocket, so to speak. Because, he's kind of a goofy-looking guy.
Yeah. Great personality, I guess. Who else? Was there anybody else that?
I just found one. Leanne Rimes and Tiger Woods.
Really?
I mean,
Hey.
the internet doesn't lie.
No. Well, a famous one that when I first heard about it was going to really, but, and then allegedly she was a whack job. I think she passed away recently. I shouldn't have said that because
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah. Chuck Finley and Tony Katane. Right?
She was on the front of the T-Bird in that
Right.
that movie. She did pass.
Yes. Right, yeah. Chuck Finley, of course, the left-hander for the Angels.
Yep. How about Dennis Rodman and anybody?
Well, Dennis Rodman and Madonna.
Right, Dennis Rodman, Madonna, and was it Fergie? What was the?
Oh, Carmen Electra.
Oh, Carmen
Carmen
Electra.
Electra,
Yes.
Fergie was with Justin Timberlake.
That's right.
Oh, wow. Really? I didn't know
It was
that.
great. Yes.
Wow. Hey, look, there have been some, obviously famous athletes matching up, Sergey and, Anna Kournikova.
Yeah.
But, they had a lot of things in common, at least. Age wasn't one of them, but their homeland was. I'll never forget being in the corridor at Joe Louis Arena outside the locker room of the parade, the first parade. And she comes out of the locker room and she was wearing this tight, leather dress or something like that. It was crazy.
You know what? When Tom brought up Tom Cruise, it made me think of Nicole Kidman. Wasn't she with
yes.
Lenny Kravitz for a little while? But she's also now
She was with Tom Cruise for a while, wasn't she?
she was married to him. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And then I think it was Lenny Kravitz, and now it's is it Keith Urban?
Yes.
Likes the musicians.
Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Yeah.
There's no one answer to this question. It's Pete Davidson and everyone he's hooked up with. He's so goofy and his team roster is ridiculous. I don't know this person. I'll check her out during the break. Macaulay Culkin and Brenda Song.
Brenda Song.
Mm-hmm. I was 11 years old living in Anchorage when Michigan came to the Alaska Shootout. I have his autograph on the tournament program. I'm surprised he had enough time to sign autographs given his busy schedule. Talking about Glenn Rice and Sarah Palin. Look up Brian Baumgartner, Kevin from The Office, and his wife. Wow. Check out the Scott Baio roster. And, of course, this one, which will go over well with a certain person. Jeff Rieger and his wife. 97.1, the ticket.
It's a great time to step up your sports betting game with my friends at BetRivers Sportsbook. Whether you're a fan of college hoops, hockey, or the NBA, BetRivers offers great odds and special promotions every single day of the week. And by now you know about BetRivers' Same Game Parlay feature, which actually lets you combine multiple plays from the same game into a single wager. And they're always adding new Same Game Parlay props for you to choose from, so give it a try and see if you can hit big. And if you're new to BetRivers, let's get you set up with an account. Just use the code 250MATCH, that's 250MATCH, when you sign up, and they'll actually match your first deposit up to $250. Download the app or check out BetRivers.com and start betting with a winner. BetRivers Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Visit BetRivers.com for full terms and conditions. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
I'm Trista Crick with BetQL. You want to beat the books? DeMar DeRozan is single-handedly keeping the Bulls alive while half the starting lineup is just gone with injuries. Bettors need to look carefully at DeRozan's point prop because he's exceeded his season average of 27.7 points per game 13 of the last 14 games. He's scored 35 or more in the last 5 times. He's going to keep on scoring, so you should keep on betting his points prop. I'm Trista Crick, helping you beat the books.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep the facility running, no matter the weather or supply chain hiccup. But we get you, Raymond in Buffalo, and Maria in Miami,
and 18 degrees in
Jules in
Lansing.
Minneapolis, and Stan in Central Indiana, taking control of everything that's under your control. At Grainger, we're here for you with experienced branch staff at over 250 locations, so you get the product you're looking for. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical has been serving the community for nearly 40 years. Their prices are fair, their service excellent, and their installs can't be beat. Call Mastercraft for emergency service. If they don't come within 36 hours, your service call is free. Visit mastercraftheating.com.
And now, another stroke of genius from Genesis Credit Union. Today, Genius Checking.
I'm no math whiz, but even I can calculate the benefits of a Genius high-yield checking account from Genesis Credit Union. With just 10 debit transactions a month and e-statements, I'll earn 4.07% APY.
With 28 locations and 30,000 ATMs. Stop by or check us out at genesiscu.org.
That's genius.
That's Genesis. Federally insured by the NCUA. Annual percentage yield paid on average daily balance up to $7,500.
Applied Imaging customer Jill Bontice, CEO of Pioneer Resources, appreciates Applied Imaging's business approach.
They just have a conversation. They help you assess your needs. They've even come to me and said, I think I found a better way to do this that'll actually save you money. And you can't beat that.
How does Applied Imaging's approach ultimately benefit you and your Pioneer Resources staff?
It makes my job as a CEO a lot easier, knowing that my employees' needs are met, and that if we have a challenge, all we have to do is reach out and they're going to make it right.
It sounds like Applied Imaging checked all the boxes.
They're just professional, easy to work with, and support our mission.
Applied Imaging, office technology done right. Call Applied Imaging today, 800-521-0983, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedimaging.com.
Let's be real. Mopping is a hassle. You have to fill the bucket, pushing the wet, heavy mop around, then cleaning the mop when you're done so it doesn't grow bacteria. A hassle on top of a hassle. Try Swiffer WetJet. With Swiffer WetJet, you start with a fresh pad and cleaning solution every time. And when you're done, you just toss the pad. Swiffer WetJet, the faster, easier, cleaner way to clean your floors.
Without the ones like you, who work tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop. Hospitals, factories, schools, and power plants, they all depend on you. No matter the weather, emergency, or time of day, you're the ones who get it done. At Grainger, we're here for you 24/7 with supplies and solutions for every industry and access to product specialists ready to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by Michael Pearl National Benefit Plans. Call 877-734-2200.
TJ Lang joins the Valenti Show with Rico, Fridays at 4 on 97.1 The Ticket. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
97.1 The Ticket. Your telephone number is 248-539-9797. Troy Weaver, the Pistons general manager, will join us coming up at 8 o'clock. Pistons were in Troy Weaver's hometown last night, and it didn't go well as they lost to the Washington Wizards 103-94. Marvin Bagley III made his Piston debut.
21 minutes.
Yeah, 10 points, 8 rebounds. He was athletic. I heard James Edwards, who I read in the Athletic, I believe it was him. He compared him to a athletic version of Greg Monroe. Now, Monroe was, he was decent here for a while, but he definitely was not athletic. So if you add some athleticism to him, Bagley.
Cunningham, or I'm sorry, Bagley.
Yes. Yeah. So that's a good NBA player if he does all that stuff. And he looked pretty good last night. He was 4 for 10, but it was he had one practice with the team. So to me, and we'll talk this with Troy, to me it's like a glorified tryout. All right, we were talking about Sarah Palin, the former governor of Alaska. Everybody knows her. She ran for vice president with John McCain against Obama back in the day, and she was seen with Ron Duguay, former Red Wing and New York Ranger, dining, and supposedly they're dating. And that kind of struck me in a weird way. So we're asking, what celebrity couples you just can't figure out why? And Pete Davidson's getting more love than anybody. Let's go to Troy in Shelby Township here, 97.1 The Ticket.
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. I was thinking about back in the 90s when Lyle Lovett was married to Julia Roberts.
Oh, you're so right. Look,
that one threw me. Never understood that one.
I'm not a handsome man, but Lyle Lovett, ooh, man. Wow. But then again, he's a great musician. So that is something.
That's gotta be what it was.
Yeah, absolutely. Brad in Atlanta. Now, this was a thing for a while, right? Ted Danson and Whoopi Goldberg.
Yes, I remember that.
Remember that? Yes.
Yeah.
I think the most bizarre one that I found on the internet, at one point, Ryan Reynolds dated Kristen Johnson from Third Rock from the Sun.
Ooh.
She's like 9 years older than him, which isn't crazy, but they just, I don't know, that surprised me.
Mark and White Lake, weirdest celebrity couple, Christina Hendricks, and the goofy guy who eats the bag of shrooms and Super Troopers. I don't know who that is, but I take your word for it. Angie Everhart and Joe Pesci. Michael Jackson and Brooke Shields. Well, anybody Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Save your jokes.
I know. By the way, I did get clearance from John to use the joke I was Tom Cruise and Cher.
Yeah.
Wanted to go up on. Rob says, Robin in Garden City says, although it was brief, I'm just loving it. You know who else was like that? It's a old one.
Who's that?
Dudley Moore and Susan Anton. Dudley Moore's a wee little man. Although, now this is true, and I don't know if did they date or they would just hang out and were friends. Because this was, although it was brief, Curtis Granderson and Kathy Griffin.
I never heard that.
Oh, I heard they were friends. I don't know if they were
friends with benefits.
Yeah, that I do not know. Now, I was thinking about this one, but I don't know. Scarlett Johansson and Colin Jost. Yeah, she wins that competition.
Oh, there's no question.
But he's not a bad-looking guy, and he's a funny guy. He's a bright guy. went to Harvard, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, their Amazon commercial, the Alexa one, I thought was hilarious.
Yeah. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes. But after they split up, Holmes was rumored to be dating Jamie Foxx.
His buddy.
Mila Kunis and Macaulay Culkin were together.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure that wasn't Joe Burrow?
Well, let me ask you this. I brought this up yesterday, and I don't feel this way, but I'm going to bring it up anyway.
Okay.
With, his cigars and all that, which I think is cool.
Yeah, Joe Cool.
Yeah, the chain he wore last week, 2 weeks ago after the AFC Championship game, and that suit that he wore at the Super Bowl. Is it possible, and please, I'm not saying he is because he seems like a really great, cool guy, that Joe Burrow might
Have a little douche in him?
Yeah, might develop a little douche in him, exactly. Does anybody else see that?
I
see the possibility of, but I'm not going to call him that because I don't think he is.
No, I mean, every time I see him, his style is much different than I think a lot of people expected.
Right.
Because he seems like a pretty straight shooter.
Right. Kind of like Mahomes in a certain way.
Yeah. I don't know. Is it possible? Sure. But I've been around enough guys that, especially when they get a little, money in their pocket, explore, what they want to wear, and I think he's in the middle of that right now. I think it adds to his persona.
Correct.
More than anything.
I was talking to a friend of mine from out of town. We were just BSing about the Super Bowl, what you think, and all that kind of stuff. I said, I'm kind of glad that it's over, even though we don't have football. And because I like him personally, I'm kind of happy Matthew Stafford won the Super Bowl because we can end this stuff. But it will never end. We, as a sports community, are obsessed with Matthew Stafford.
Well, we need to move on.
That's what I'm saying. But
yes.
And then now granted, it's only 2 days afterwards, so it's going to linger for a little bit. Like there was a tweet yesterday of somebody
This is why it continues to perpetuate itself because of. I texted it to you last night and this picture that you're going to describe, and you said, "Oh, I saw that," and I reposted it on Twitter earlier today.
Because I wrote hilarious.
Yes.
It was a banner that supposedly was going to hang at Ford Field. It said,
our former
quarterback, Super Bowl champion, 2021, 2022.
Yes. That's why they use the Roman numerals, so we don't have to, say 2021, 2000.
Right. And the fact that somebody, I think it was Steve Young, said they should, have a statue outside and the whole, the T-shirts, the 2022 Super Bowl champion Detroit Rams. People are obsessed with it. You have, Richard Sherman coming out yesterday, saying he shouldn't be a Hall of Famer. You have that debate. We're obsessed with Matthew Stafford. The Riegers of the world, even though he finally admitted, that he was wrong, but, it killed him inside to do that.
That's because he spent 12 years.
Right. Well, it'll go on forever. With every game he wins, with every pick six he throws, people are going to go after it. To me, it's over. He won the Super Bowl. It's done. But, I'm not going to not play the hits. People are obsessed with Matthew Stafford. The question coming up next is, who is the next, or maybe even current, Detroit sports obsession? 248-539-9797.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by NECA IBEW Local 58. We're seeing some slow traffic this morning on eastbound I-94 from I-96 to I-75 and on westbound I-696 around Ryan Road into Quinder. And the ramp from I-275 southbound to M14 is full of potholes, drivers are telling us. Be careful if you're headed that way. Put the expertise and skill of NECA signatory contractors and IBEW electricians to work on your commercial, public, industrial, or residential construction project. Productivity and innovation matter. Learn more at poweringmichigansfuture.com. I'm Julia Deal with traffic.
97.1 The Ticket would like to remind you that when you text the ticket, standard text messaging rates apply.
Hey,
I've got some great news for anyone that's been feeling a little self-conscious about their hair loss. Michigan's #1 hair restoration specialist, Dr. Berkowitz from Michigan Hair Restoration, has this amazing limited time offer specifically for 97.1 The Ticket listeners. When you call and you mention the ticket, you're actually going to receive $1,000 off retail price plus 0% financing on your hair restoration procedure. This is a limited time offer that you definitely don't want to miss. And let me tell you about Dr. B. He is the surgeon you can trust. He hand-selected his dedicated medical team. He's the #1 provider of hair transplants, and he's done over 2 million grafts. At Michigan Hair Restoration, you're going to receive the most advanced hair restoration techniques available. And get this, many men and women regain growth without any surgery. And let me tell you, Dr. B, he is taking extreme precautions to make sure his offices are clean and safe, so you're going to feel really comfortable when you go and see him. So for more information or to schedule your in-person appointment with Dr. B, go to MichiganHairRestoration.com.
This Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sports Minute, allowing figure skater Kamila Baleva to continue in the Olympics despite testing positive for a banned substance is absurd, folks. The 15-year-old was likely told she was taking vitamins when given TMZ, a heart drug that may improve endurance. A prominent cardiologist told me it should never be used in teens. Kamila's Russian handlers could care less, and his brutal Olympics continues. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Hi, my name's Joe Cordell. Sometimes in divorce, courts require the higher earner to pay to the other party what's called spousal support or alimony. Usually this order can be modified in certain circumstances, but such modifications are often complicated and are best entrusted to attorneys that are well acquainted with such matters. At Cordell & Cordell, that's our business. Remember, you're not alone.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Detroit area attorneys, a partner Ben can count on. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor. CordellCordell.com.
If I'm going to work from my home office, I need my home office to work for me. It's possible at Staples. To be most productive, my home office needs to have everything my office has. Also possible because your local Staples store has the tools your business needs to get work done from home. And right now, you can save up to 40% on select chairs to put the finishing touch on your home office. Explore what's new at Staples, the working and learning store. Ends 2/26. In-store only while supplies last.
February is winding down, and so is our President's Day sales event. In fact, it all ends Monday night, February 28th at 6 p.m. at Gowling Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Hi friends, Bill Gowling here, telling qualified Chrysler employees about our great February lease incentives. For example, lease a 2021 Jeep Renegade 80th Anniversary Edition for just $256 a month. Leases for 39 months, 10,000 miles a year with $2,000 down. For the finest in sales, service, and selection, come see us. That's Gowling Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Bloomfield Hills, Chelsea, Roseville, and online at Gowling.com.
As a small business owner, your bottom line is always top of mind. So start saving by switching to Comcast Business Mobile. It's a mobile service designed for small business that can save you money with unlimited data for just $24 per line per month for 10 lines. Perfect for any small business looking to grow. Or you can pay by the gig. And with access to millions of Wi-Fi hotspots, you'll pay only for the data you need. No line fees, activation costs, or term contracts. You can save up to $500 a year on your wireless bill, all on the most reliable nationwide network with 5G included. And it's only available to Comcast Business Internet customers. So boost your business's bottom line with a more reliable, more affordable mobile service by switching to Comcast Business Mobile today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. Most reliable based on RootMetrics US report. Results vary. Not an endorsement. Compares pricing of top carriers. Comcast Business Internet required. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage.
Here's why I enjoy sports betting. It kind of gives you some skin in the game, as BetMGM likes to say.
You know you're a sports bettor when you're tuning in to watch a UConn football game. Chelsea Messenger and Michael Jenkins from the Daily Tip, presented by BetMGM. It's some bad football, but if you have some skin in the game, all of a sudden you're invested in it, and then you look at the games from a different perspective. All the insight you need to bet smarter is at BetQL.com. And listen to the Daily Tip streaming weekday mornings from 6 to 9 Eastern on Odyssey.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. As home values rise and interest rates creep up, don't wait until spring to purchase your new home. Get started with Hall Financial's 5-star certified pre-approval right now. Call 866-CALL-HALL or chat with us at callhallfirst.com.
Breaking news on 97.1 The Ticket is brought to you by DuckDuckGo. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo. Privacy simplified. Get the latest sports news and inside information about Michigan and Michigan State on the 5-Star Zone with Rico Beard. Download it today on the Odyssey app. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
97.1 The Ticket. Some interesting ticket text here. Now this makes no sense to me, but whatever. I'm going to read it anyway. A couple of white guys complaining that Joe Burrow isn't white enough. The kid has swag. Get back on your porch. Nothing to do with that whatsoever. Serious. Okay, here's other people. Burrow is a major douche. How's it even a question? There's no question he's a douche. Burrow might turn into the white Cam Newton. Stoney, he is a douche. He didn't wear his helmet during the announcements. The only player not to wear his helmet.
I noticed that. I did.
I don't think he's a douche. I just think there are certain things that, have to be kept in check.
Well, and there's other things like, okay, he didn't wear his helmet during the announcements. They could have been working on the receiver and microphone, making sure that was working on the sideline.
Right. By the way, when he won the national championship with LSU, the stuff with the cigar was awesome.
Oh, he was as cool as could be.
Awesome. The Stafford thing won't go away because media won't let it go away like this radio station. I watched every snap for 12 years. I know what he is. I don't need jokers like Jim Costa telling me how I need to view Stafford. 2013 sums up his career in Detroit. He has enough talent and plenty of chances. He's gone. I don't care anymore. Okay? No, people, we are not obsessed with it. But some people are obsessed with making fun of the Stafford defenders. And that's where this comes from. Not us Stafford defenders, but you people keep amplifying it as if it's a real thing. That's from me in Michigan.
From me to you people.
Yes. The next Detroit sports obsession will be whoever the Lions pick at 2, especially if it's Aiden Hutchinson.
Probably very right.
Yes.
And I think, in my estimation, it's also just like Matthew Stafford was the number 1 overall pick, Cade Cunningham and is the superstar right now and the number 1 overall pick. And expectations are through the roof for him.
Well, the obsession with Hutchinson it'll be the obsession with the pick.
Yeah.
Because we'll always sit there, especially if Jacksonville takes an offensive lineman and 2 and 3 are either Hutchinson or Thibodeau.
Yep.
And how those careers progress. That will be an obsession.
I mean, that could be Brad Holmes' undoing.
In 6.2 miles, take exit 14C onto M39 and Southfield Freeway.
The obsession will go to one of these 3 guys, Mize, Larkin, or Cunningham. I don't think people are obsessed with Dylan Larkin. I think people are falling slowly in love/man crush with Mo Sider.
Yes. And in regards to Casey Mize, I see that somewhat, but I think it's going to be more Riley Green or Spencer Torkelson because you're going to see him more on a daily basis, at least hopefully.
Right. Somebody says Cade Cunningham is the only right answer.
Right now, yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, but you also got to think, okay, and I was going through this last night, all right? You've got to have a superstar.
Right.
As your obsession. So
No.
Well, then you're calling Matthew Stafford.
No, this is
you got to have the biggest star in town. I'll say that. And so just give me 1 second, Tom. When you look at the Pistons, all right, the superstar is Cade Cunningham. When you look at the Tigers,
even though he's not a superstar yet.
Right. Yes. I mean, okay. Biggest star in town. I'll try and stop using the term superstar. The biggest star in town or on the team. You look at the Tigers. All right. Who is it? Other than AJ Hinch, it's supposed to be Riley Green, Spencer Torkelson. Right now, Casey Mize. Right. When you look at the Red Wings, all right, you get 2 choices. You get Lucas Raymond or you get Mo Sider. You look at the Lions. And until they make this number 2 pick, who is it? Yeah, they don't have one. And so that's, right now, if you're going to say the Lions, I think the obsession is probably, again, not with the player, but with the pick.
Stay in the
number 3 overall pick in Jeff Okudah.
Right.
What's he going to be?
Well, you know what? It's also, it might not be fair, an obsession in this season coming up with the Tigers is if he does not have a really good season, people are just going to be tune in.
Stay in the
Stafford
second lane
haters
or
act
right.
like they didn't tune in these last 12 years to see what's
We can make it end, or at least from the hours of 6 to 10.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to put a moratorium.
Use the right two lanes to take exit 14C onto M39 and Southfield
Like the Hall of
Freeway.
Fame thing for me is interesting. What we talked about it 3 weeks ago. Still, he's closer after the postseason run.
Take the exit.
Still look at a lot of the other things that he hasn't accomplished. All pros, all that kind of stuff. And I think that's very important.
And I always go back to the era that you're playing.
All right. Troy Weaver, general manager of the Detroit Pistons, will join us next after this Chris Floor update 97.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines. All day, every day. From the Song by Moxie Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
By Southfield Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. The Wizards sending Detroit basketball to an 8th straight loss in D.C. 103-94 despite 24 points by Sidney Bay. Outscored by 9 in the third period, which would be the difference in the game. Marvin Bagley III making his debut for the Pistons off the bench, scoring 10 points with 8 rebounds. Head coach Dwayne Casey giving his first impressions of their newest player. Pistons' next game is tomorrow night in Boston. The late push for a comeback by the Wings falling short at Minnesota as the Wild hit an empty net goal at home in the final minute to put them away. 7-4 would be the final score. Dylan Larkin with his team-leading 25th goal of the season. And Michigan State hoops falling to 19th in the country in the latest basketball rankings. They'll play against Penn State tonight. On the women's side, the Wolverines slipping from 4 down to 9 after back-to-back losses. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Chris Villar for more. Stay tuned 97.1 The Ticket and Odyssey.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket is the Stoney and Jansen program. We spoke to him at the beginning of the season, and he joins us now, the general manager of the Detroit Pistons, Troy Weaver. How are you? We're doing pretty good. Look, we know what the record is, Troy. We know we are in the standings. Give us something that we should be, I don't know, happy about right now.
There's not a lot to be happy about, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. We got a group that's trying to build habits so that those can turn into trying to build good habits, so those can turn into winning habits. Got a lot of young guys. We've had guys in that lineup either COVID trying to get out, but there's no excuse. We have to continue to grow and develop and come together as a unit. You see in January we had a pretty good stretch, and now going into the break, one more game left, and hopefully we can regroup on the break and come back out after the break and get some cohesion going and play some good basketball and develop some good habits to finish the year.
You mentioned those good habits, developing winning habits. We hear about the process and about patience and the restore. When is it, and we're still early on, I think a lot of people still have that patience. Is there a point where you look at and you say, well, if we're not at this point at a certain time, you're going to lose patience?
I won't lose patience because I know you are doing it the right way, and it takes a little time. This will be the first summer that we can really be active in free agency, and we'll have a guy to pull money off the books. We'll have another high pick, but in restoring anything you restore, it takes time. We're going to be patient and build it the right way. We're going to come out on the other side of it
stuff, and that seems to be missing in a lot of the games this year. Is that accurate? And if so, is that on the players and coaching or both?
It's on all of us to go out and defend first as we're trying to restore the team. Restoring is understanding which are restoring. And that's great. Piston change, great defense. And that's needs to be our calling card as we try to build this team into a sustainable win. So you're absolutely right. Us playing a better brand of defense. We work on that every day. We're trying to build those habits. So defense has to be good. As you said, we have to compete for 48 minutes or however long the game is. And we're working towards that. You're absolutely right.
How much of that is simply because you're such a young team right now?
Some experience to be a really good defensive team, but that shouldn't control our effort and energy. And we're setting, the example of how we play. The guys need to come out and execute defense every night. Maybe, they say some maybe this week, but it's a championship level team. And that's what we're shooting for, and that's the goal.
Troy Weaver joined us here on the Stoney Jansen program. The last time we spoke, we asked you about Killian Hayes. We said, well, give him 25 games this season, see what happens. It's obviously been more than 25 games. What have you seen? Because it just doesn't seem. Last night there was a one play where he went 1 on 5 and led to a 3 at the end of the quarter, I believe. I'm just not seeing it, although he did have a few good games coming off the bench. Are you seeing progress with him?
Yeah, he's been up and down this season for sure. Now we got him in a role coming off the bench, trying to lead the second unit, but typically young players has his highs and lows. And he's trying to continue to grow and get his footing under. In a 25 games this year, he's been inconsistent. He's trying to find consistency in his game and with the coaches need from him. And we'll continue to work. He's working at it every day. I'm very confident that he will continue to grow and hopefully gain some consistency. That's what we're looking for. All young players. You see flashes of what they can do, but they need to be consistent. And we're searching for consistency. And coaches are trying to put him in a position where he can become consistent. So that's what we're looking at right now.
As the trade deadline approached, I think we were all on Jeremy Grant watch. How much interest was there around the NBA in Jeremy Grant? And he's soon to be 28. How does he figure into the restore process?
2 miles, take exit 4 toward Oakwood Boulevard and Melvindale.
Yeah, there's a tremendous amount of interest in Jeremy. Teams just didn't have enough to get him. He just wasn't going to do the job of 27, 28 years old. First of a wing player in the NBA on that contract is hard to find. You want to just partner with Jeremy just to partner with him. So yeah, but that's what it's about. Things before we can have a total team. We need some good veteran players to help him grow. And we see Jeremy as one of those players that can continue to help these young guys grow. So as we continue to restore, whether it's Jeremy or anybody else, have a good mix of young players with some veteran presence.
Is Bagley somebody that, for lack of a better term, on basically an extended tryout? If you like what you see, you qualify, and you bring him back. What do you think of game one last night before in practice? Seemed to play hard, I'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young man that we like. We want to bring him in and see how he
Turn left onto Oakwood Boulevard.
Really top on the show for us.
We've seen
At the next
Cade
light, turn left.
continue to improve throughout the first half of the season. When you guys come back from the All-Star break, what is it you want to see from Cade in the last half of the
Use
season?
the left 2 lanes to turn onto Oakwood Boulevard.
Essentially, what we want to see with all these guys continue to be consistent with their habit, continue to play winning basketball, make the right plays. But Cade he's done a tremendous job thus far. Just coming back from a hip injury, still trying to get 100% healthy with that. But we expect to continue to see his growth. And so flashes of brilliance of how good he can be. And the second half of the season after the break, really looking forward to him growing and continue to push us forward. He's the linchpin of the restoration.
The way the lottery works is it true, if you guys finish where you are, or maybe one or first or second worst record, are you guaranteed a top 3 pick? Is that how that works?
In 2.1 miles, turn right onto Eden Street.
Not top 3.
Top 5, right?
Yes.
I remember now, maybe too early, but I remember before the lottery, you pretty much said there's 3 guys that were interested without saying who they were. When you look at the crop, like I said, it's early. Is there a top 3, top 4 that, down the road you think you'll be happy with who you get?
There's really 8 guys I really like that I'm looking at. But yeah, the top 4 is a really good crop as well again. So that's where we land. We'll be excited about adding another young player to our mix.
So your hometown, my former employer, they have gone from the Washington Redskins to the football team, now the Commanders. Your thoughts on the rename and the rebrand of our Washington team?
Hey, Jay, I guess they're growing. Like anything else, nobody here liked the Wizards with that name when it first came out. So
I still don't.
No, I don't either. But hopefully, this Commanders will grow on us. I really don't know where to. My thoughts are there. You could, take some. Either take a view of, what the sale is with the name, or some people, could take another view. But I'm just excited that we finally have a name and we can move forward. So we'll see. Hopefully it's a new chapter in the Commander football, so we can see how this unfolds. But yeah, the name, such a build up and just come out with Commanders that was interesting how we landed there, but we'll see.
We thought we thought they should have just kept football team, because I kind of thought that was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. So we'll see.
Now, we were talking about the upcoming draft, the lottery, that type of thing. Now tonight, the Motor City Cruise is home at the Wayne State Fieldhouse against G League Ignite. Now, isn't that the team that is put together with predominantly guys who might be drafted in the top 15, top 20? And should fans be excited to go see them if they want to do that?
Absolutely. Huge game tonight. Our G League team has done a tremendous job in its inaugural season. Coach Baker
in 1 mile, turn right onto Eden Street.
Rob Murphy, president GM, has done a tremendous job assembling that group. But yeah, the Ignite, last year had some lottery picks on it this year. They have 3 or 4 young men that'll be first rounders, so it should be a fun time tonight. Exciting game. The new field house is unbelievable venue to watch a game. So exciting times. I'll be there for sure to support our team and have my scouting hat on as well.
Tickets are available at cruisebasketball.com. So the team's still good, even though Jansen wussed out and couldn't do the tryout because he had a kid.
Yeah, we had a baby. But I will say I'm down 40 pounds. I'm getting ready for the next tryout.
We'll be ready for you, James.
All right.
Final thing, what do you think of the Super Bowl? I know you picked Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken, but that's a lot of people.
No, I picked the Rams.
Oh, okay.
I said if I'm betting,
right.
I would bet on the Rams.
Okay.
Yeah. But I said that I put the Cincinnati. I don't know where you are on there, James. I think they have the best running back, quarterback, receiver combination since the Cowboys triplets. I mean, I think that Burrow, Chase, Mixon are tremendous. I think they're going to be here to stay. The AFC is going to be tough because the quarterbacking over there is at another level.
Mm-hmm.
But the Rams showed that, I tell people all the time there's different ways to skin a cat, and they went all in. They went after star players. They punted their draft picks, and it paid off. Some people rebuild and draft. Some people, do a free agency. The Rams did it their way, and it proved out to be the right way for them. So happy that it worked out that way to, in different ways you can, get to the ultimate goal.
Well, hopefully the restore continues and things get a little better around here. I think, like I said, most of us are pretty patient. And thanks again for joining us, and we'll talk to you at the end of the season.
No, appreciate you guys.
All right, thanks. That's Troy Weaver, the general manager of your Detroit Pistons here. Stoney and Jansen program, 97.1 The Ticket.
Hey, I just mentioned with Troy Weaver, I'm down 40 pounds. It happened in 40 days. The company that I did it with and those that helped me was Ideal You. Ideal You really works. It worked for me. They use whole foods to help detoxify and lose weight. I'm in the lock-in phase right now because I just finished my 40 days, and I start to introduce some foods that I haven't had over the past 40 days and find out how my body reacts. They do this through constant coaching. I'm in contact on a daily basis with a weight loss coach through the app that I use. It's simple to use. I turn it on in the morning. I hop on the scale. It reads everything, and it loads it right to my phone. They monitor it. They contact me. Hey, how's it going for you? Any concerns? The communication has been outstanding. They teach you what to eat and drink to lose weight. I mentioned the coach. And once that weight is off, I'm at 40 pounds. I want to make sure I keep it off. I mentioned I'm in the lock-in phase. They're going to teach me and coach me how to keep it off. Ideal You weight loss right now. They've got 3 different locations you can go to: Sterling Heights, Livonia, and Ann Arbor. They're different because they actually use real food to help you lose weight.